Hello, this is High Templar with my Mass Effect Andromeda video, and this will be a new commentary to the video that just popped up on the official Mass Effect channel, and this one is about combat profiles and squads. So I will stop the video at some points, tell you what I think about it, point out some things I've noticed, ask you for giving me in the comments things I did not notice, and also give you my thoughts on the tactics, strategy, building your character, choosing the right skills, and so on. So let's have a look.
Welcome back to the Mass Effect Andromeda gameplay series. In this video, we will take a look at profiles, favorites, and your squad. As you level up in Mass Effect Andromeda, you'll gain access to
Now I will stop him right now already because I want to go through the singularity skill just for the purpose of how to level up character. So you have over 300 skills. That's a lot. And you can rank skills here. And they are going from rank 1 to rank 6. From the rank 4 you are picking stuff. This is quite obvious so far. But what does those skills actually do? Well, firstly, you have Singularity. Level 1 Singularity will give you damage per second 35, radius of 3 meters, duration of 8, and recharge time of 24. Now this is very important because second level will give you recharge speed plus 10%, which is pretty much 2 seconds less, from 24 to 22. Not that much. Actually, those rank 2 cost you 2 points, not that very useful. Rank 3 that cost you 3 points will actually give you plus 25 melee damage per second, which seems like a lot. And I should maybe explain why the Singularity is so cool. It is a power that you probably should take if you are playing antibiotics, because it is at the same time exposing your enemy. It does not allow him to fight back and allow you to shoot at your enemy while this power is working on him. So for 8 seconds duration time, that is quite a lot, and you can kill this guy. And at the same time, it's also making more damage per second on him. So, and I told that right now because this is not as good as it thinks. It does additional 25% damage per second, but damage per second is not like the most important part of this power. It is all the three: exposing your enemy, not disallowing him to fight back, and also damaging him. So that 25% is also not so great. It is something, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I would invest my points in.
300 skill up.
Then on rank 4 you are getting additional plus 40% duration. So from 8 seconds to about 11 seconds, possibly 12. This is a lot more powerful because not only it will give you more damage, 40% more damage, because it is damage per second and 40% more seconds win 40% more damage, but also it will show your enemy, basically disable your enemy for 40% more time and allow you to shoot him for 40% more time. That's amazing.
Great.
Then you can get for their more recharge speed, which I think is more powerful than the one before, or the 150 bonus to damage versus shields. So 2.5 as much damage. That's also pretty cool.
You're free to pick any.
And the last one, radius expands by 200% over the lifetime. That means from 3 meters to by 200%, I do believe that will be all the way up to 9 meters. So that's also something that is pretty powerful. But each of those costs you some more points. So how to build characters based on this. If all the skills are working similarly and we have no reason to say they don't, that means you probably should pick your skills on the rank 1 early, because it costs very little. And then rank only selected ones. It seems like 2 or 3 points is not a lot, but mind you, they are not giving you a lot for 5 points in total. Only here, when you have to spend additional 9 points and an additional 14 points, it gives you something. But for these 40 points, you are getting one very powerful skill, and Singularity is a good choice. Right? One really powerful. So, like I said, it makes sense to pick all the skills on level 1 because they will give you bonuses, they will give you another more tactical options and strategic options, and then just decide which one to level, unless you are using the same skill all over again. That just level it from the very beginning, obviously. But yeah, that is seemingly how you are supposed to go. Because, mind you, you can pick all the skills. Now, let's go further.
Skill without being limited to a class, which allows you to create a Pathfinder that is totally suited to how you want to play. As we discovered last time, there are 3 main...
Now, again, I want to point out something quickly here. We are going through different skills here, and the barricade is something that I want to show you, but also I want to start with how the skills are described here. So we have point skills and triangle skills, and the triangle skills seem to be passive skills because pistol, assault rifle, shotgun, snipers, that's obviously combat fitness, we've seen that before. It's a must pick, obviously, and combat tools also probably is a passive skill. So all those are passive skills and those are active skills that you will be actually activating from your skills. And you can see that there is many of those. Just in combat 3 you have 6. So in all skills you will have quite a lot. I mean, 18 of usable skills in those 3 trees. That is a lot to handle and micromanage, and I will basically explain how they are doing this. They will explain and I will add some things to that. But also barricade is worth mentioning because barricade is basically a defense shield that they will show it later on. Energy defense shield that you can just drop on your battlefield as it says here. And it also provides some combat bonuses for allies, they say. And the basic duration is 12 seconds, some power cell capacity, and regeneration delay reduction. What regeneration delay reduction is that when you have a shield, you have to wait for, like, if you are getting shot and then somebody stops shooting at you, you have to wait like 2 seconds for the shield to start regenerating. So if you keep a constant fire on the person, it will just never regenerate. And this will decrease that period of regeneration. I'm not sure if this is very useful in 12 seconds, but it might be. Either way, you are getting all the bonuses from all the ranks written just here. And this is barricade. This is pretty cool skill. We will see that in action very shortly. And before that, the only option to defend your character with the barrier, this is barricade, that was a barrier in Adept 3. Okay, let's go further.
Main types of skills in the game: combat, tech, and biotics. As you unlock skills over the course of the game, you'll also start gaining access to profiles. There are 7.
These are profiles, and I wanted to show you firstly the soldier, because they will be not talking about the soldier. And it seems that everything we want to know about profiles is already here. Firstly, the name suggests that they are not permanent. You can actually change them, and they will tell you that you can change them. Secondly, you are getting a number of buffs on the rank 4, for example, and it says on the rank for the rank 5 you have to spend 156 skill points. Not buy as many skills, but spend skill points. So either by picking one or just investing in the specializing, you have to spend that much skill points. The more skill points you spend, the more high ranked bonuses you will get. And the bonuses are pretty cool because not only gives you 16% weapon damage and 25 accuracy, but also plus 8 damage resistance, weapon clip size, and some active skill called Marksman Focus. Or I'm guessing I'm not sure whether it's active or passive, but still, pretty cool. You are now rank 4 soldier, right? And they are getting bonuses for all of that. I assume for the Sentinel, for the Infiltrator, for example, you have to have 50 tech and 50 combat for all those simple, just everything in combat or the adept. So let's go further with the video and see where this is going. Actually, let's stop very quickly for the engineer because it tells us something very interesting. So the combo damage plus 25% is cool, but you are getting plus construct health plus 25%, construct health regeneration plus 25%, construct damage, and tech restoration and defense 25%. It seems that this is for tech constructs like a turret, for example. And this tells us that if you want a very tanky build, the engineer and in general the tech skills might be another way to go, right?
Let's take a look at two of them, the Adept and the Explorer. The Adept profile is perfect for players who want to specialize in biotics. As you choose more biotic skills, the Adept profile will give you bonuses to suit your playstyle. And as you can see, choosing Adept gives bonuses to duration and damage of your biotics. The more you invest in those skills, the higher level profiles you can unlock. Or maybe you want to be more versatile, choosing some combat mixed with biotic and tech skills. This will unlock the Explorer profile, giving you perks and buffs that enhance all your abilities. And of course, you can swap these profiles at any time, allowing you to keep the action fresh, giving you a number of ways to tackle every battle, and making sure you never feel locked into a particular style of play. This brings us to favorites. Favorites are a quick way to map 3 skills and a single profile to one slot.
So what is the profile is basically giving you some bonuses to certain skills. And then you can tie it to 3 particular skills that you will have in so-called loadout. So you will not have access anymore to limited number of skills like we had before, but at one point in time you can only be using 3, which is very, very cool because it opens, if you are a very tactical person, if you are a very strategy-minded person, it opens a number of possibilities and makes things very, very cool. Also, I was told there is no grass in Mass Effect series, and all this particular stopped video you can see that there is instead of grass on pretty much all the planets there will be mushrooms. So yeah, that's something.
Anytime during combat, you can switch between one of these 4 slots, giving you access to up to 12 of your favorite skills during the course of a single fight. Here's an example. In this battle, I've equipped a favorites loadout designed for long-range combat, utilizing cloak and a sniper rifle to suppress oncoming enemies. The sniper alone isn't enough, so I'll deploy an assault turret and toss some grenades before switching to my second favorites loadout. It's designed for close quarters combat. Loading these new abilities puts them in a cooldown by default, so I'll have to make do with my shotgun until they're ready.
Yeah, this is very important because you do not want those skills to be not on cooldown, because that would make switching the profiles again and again and again make you a very, very powerful make you a very, very powerful person, and at the same time making a game very, very boring because you will be using all the skills all the time in the certain, how to put it, rotation.
The Fiend is too powerful, and I'm not in any position to take it out immediately. But my new favorites are ready. I'll make my getaway using Biotic Charge and then maneuver around this group of enemies. This favorite's loadout is particularly combo friendly, so I'll engage by comboing Cryo Beam and Lance for an explosive result, then clean up with my shotgun.
So yeah, it seems like the combos here would be one skill is making your enemy vulnerable to other skill, and they are not necessary from the same tree. So here the Cryo Beam is making you vulnerable to Lance, which is biotic skill. Very, very cool, in my opinion. Unless you have to discover of them, then a bit annoying, but it might be an interesting way to invest more in trying different things in combat.
It looks like the Fiend is taking an interest. I'll do what I can from a distance before switching to my third favorite's loadout. One that emphasizes ranged biotic abilities such as Backlash and Shockwave, as well as Flamethrower. Let's see if we can find a better vantage point and stall the Fiend's approach. Using Backlash, I can shield myself from oncoming fire and deflect it back at the enemy. This is particularly useful against large crowds of enemies. However, this horde is scattered, so I'll need to regroup. Looks like the...
Have you seen how easily he escaped from this guy? I mean, we've seen in the trailer where the beast was just wrecking your main character, and here escaping is as easy as using this jetpack. So there will be a lot, and I mean a lot of dodging in this game, and the better you will be at dodging, it seems, the better you will be playing at this game. And it doesn't seem like AI can handle that very well, but that remains to be seen. We will have to.
The Fiend has other plans. I'll stand my ground by using Shockwave, and then follow that up with Flamethrower. The Fiend is hurt, but it's going to take more than that to defeat it. Switching to my final favorite's loadout, I'll engage the Fiend with soldier-focused abilities.
Not concussives.
Flat cannon and trip mines.
Oh.
And when it comes to combat...
So, basically, it seems like you should be focusing on or one might think that you should be focusing on like make a soldier loadout, which will make the soldier skills most powerful, and then make a tech loadout, engineer, and then adept, and use them like that. But it's not the case because of the cooldowns. Now, you don't want to use all the soldier skills and then all the engineer skills and so on and so forth. It would be very limiting. It is an option, but it will be very limiting. I believe the way to go is exactly what those guys did here in example. So make something like a long range build that will, for example, focus only on the infiltrator, so tech and combat. So it will allow you to deal with enemies from afar, and then you can switch to, if they are closer, then you can switch to something that is more useful in this particular situation, right? Because you will have only limited number. I mean, you only have so many tries at that, because if you change your loadout too much, you will be always on cooldown. So, like I said, pick skills that are working very well in certain situations, and that might be a mix of 2 or 3 or only a single 3 combat, maybe, I don't know, and then use them when they are good to this particular situation. Even if it's the same combat, you can focus on, for example, on the guys that only have shields and take them out first, and then, or the other way around, really, doesn't really matter. So, that is also actually amazing because it's again opens possibilities of very, very tactical combat and very, very well thought through tactics, and some interesting ones. And the only problem I have here is that it seems like having those 3 skills and 18 active skills in total, you have 12 in a loadout. That means you pretty much have everything. Oh, yes, you might have the same skill in the loadout twice because it's useful both from long range and from short range, but you will probably have like most of the skills in this loadout. And that's a bit low, in my opinion, for me at least. Okay, so let's go to the squad.
Don't forget your squad. Each of your 6 squad mates has 3 active and 2 passive skills.
So again, he's mentioning the active skills, which are the dots, and the passive skills, that are the triangles, right? And so your squad mates don't have profiles. They only have those skills. And this is very limited. And you might think that it will make your squad mates very weak in comparison to the previous titles, and you might be right. But consider that you will not be able to command your squad mates if they have profiles, and you could change those profiles for your squad mates and for you and do all that micromanagement. That would be impossible. And then again, you have another opportunity to build your loadouts based on which guys you can pick with you, you are bringing with you, to make, for example, combos works with your squad mates, because they have separate cooldowns, mind you. So this is pretty cool, right?
In this case, Cora uses her biotics as a support character, and Drac is a bruiser who can soak up lots of damage. Not only can you set your squad up around the battlefield, ordering them to defend locations, attack targets, or rally to your side, but you can also team up with them for devastating power combos.
That's what I said.
Combos activate when you or one of your squad mates primes an enemy or groups of enemies, setting them up for the kill. Then you or a squad mate jumps in to detonate and finish the job. And you can always level up your squad mates to make them specifically good at priming or detonating targets. Subscribe to see the next installment in the gameplay series for a look at exploration in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Alright, so that was quite amazing, and I'm looking forward to see that game, and we will be looking at the next video whenever it will appear, and I will make a commentary probably if there will be anything of interest, and I do feel there will be something of interest, I will be making that. So this is it. I hope you like it. If you did, press like, comment if you will, put comments in a section if I missed something or you disagree with me, or if you think that video is good or bad, tell me why. And I'm making other videos. I'm also making Let's Plays for games like Fallout 4 and Total War series, and also making some videos like DLC analysis and speculation mechanics videos for those games. So, thank you for watching, and see you later.